Now, an increasing cases of vulture poisoning in South Africa. That's Hoedspruit's Moholoholo Wildlife Rehabilitation Center that is actually playing a key role in rescuing and rehabilitating the threatened and endangered birds. According to another Moholoholo employee, the rehabilitation center has achieved a 96% success rate in their rescue efforts.
Basically, the threat of vulture poisoning to vultures is very real. At the moment, in the whole continent of Africa, annually we're losing between 5 and 7% of the whole vulture population on the whole continent of Africa, only due to wildlife poisoning. So it's a very real threat that in the near future we might face the reality of losing vultures completely as a species at this stage. That's how severe it is. We're more involved in actually rescuing the animal, providing first aid on the ground, and then if there's any sort of evidence needed, for example, if we get poisoned birds, sometimes the local authorities or the police will need samples of the food that these birds have ingested to do testing and actually prove that that poison was used there as well. That's sometimes where we come into play. And other times we had it before where local authorities and investigators have maybe confiscated animals that were kept illegally by poachers because they wanted to. In the case of vultures, they can get money for their body parts on certain markets, and they illegally have these vultures, and then sometimes local authorities do confiscate them and call us to go and rescue the animals after they've taken possession over them away from the poachers.
So with all the educational tours and just general knowledge that we try to share about the vultures, we try and let people know that the common local beliefs about the fact that vultures can help them see into the future or used for other medicinal or black market reasons is not in fact true, and also that it can actually be quite dangerous for people if they do consume these body parts because they have mostly come from poisoned birds. So vultures are super important to maintain a healthy ecosystem. They help obviously remove any dead and diseased carcasses from the environment, which in turn helps prevent the spread of diseases into even like human communities and things. So it just, without vultures, there's going to be a wide spread of different diseases, new diseases, all sorts of things.
So when we get the phone call, these are normally found by rangers. So when we get the phone call, we get the equipment ready as soon as possible and head off to the poisoning site. Every minute counts for these vultures. You want to be there as quick as possible. The last mass poisoning, we had a privilege to actually use the helicopter to get there as quick as possible. Once you've treated all these vultures, you have to retreat them every hour and a half to every 2 hours throughout the day and throughout the night. Normally you'll start seeing them pick up in 48 hours, and then they would recover quite well for the 3 days in the clinic. Then once they are done recovering in the clinic, we put them outside for 2 weeks, monitor them, and then they get released again. Our vulture treatment protocol is 96% success rate, so we're very successful at treating poisoned vultures. And the last 5 years we've treated 230 poisoned